The Switch 2 is coming to stores near you. Today, we are diving into everything we know so far about the Nintendo Switch 2. The games, features, accessories, the price, release date, and much more. Whether you're a longtime Nintendo fan or just curious about what's next, you're in the right place. So let's get right into it. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for all the gaming news, reviews, and analysis. We are just days away from the Nintendo Switch 2 dropping. It is due to drop June 5th, 2025. And this was announced on the Nintendo Direct held on April 2nd. The Switch 2 will cost a big $450 at launch, which is huge compared to its predecessor that came out at about $300. Nintendo fans have not been shy about sharing their opinions online, saying that the price is way too expensive for a Nintendo console. But Nintendo has stood their ground quite firmly, and it is still releasing at that price, unfortunately. There will also be a Mario Kart World bundle available for $499, where it will introduce 556 gigabytes of internal storage. Magnetically attached are the JoyCon 2 controllers, a GameCube NSO game library, mouse controls, a bigger 7.9-inch screen, and a 1080p LCD display. And we will be getting a bunch of new games alongside this new console. Pre-orders have been underway for a while now. However, in the US they were delayed so Nintendo could access the impact of upcoming tariffs. When the Switch 2 is docked, it will allow players to ramp things up to 4K on external gaming TVs and monitors. To pull those enhanced resolutions, the dock also has a built-in fan to keep the system cool, which does make sense. Nintendo also claims that this console is faster than the 320GB flash memory used by the original system. That should help improve load screens by a whole lot, especially in those more demanding games or existing adventures like Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom Enhanced Edition. This should also open the door for bigger, bolder projects that Nintendo can now take on. Another unfortunate thing is that the Nintendo Switch SD cards won't be compatible with the Switch 2, and instead you'll have to grab a micro SD express card for $49.99, so now the prices are just adding up. So let's talk a little about the JoyCons. They are very similar to its predecessor, but it does have a few differences. They are now half-inch taller, and they come with a brand new C button, specifically on the right Joy-Con. And this is to activate the new game chat, which is a new feature, kind of described like Discord. It's a chat system that allows Switch 2 users to chat with their friends and share gameplay footage. This new feature will be a paid-for feature, unfortunately. But I'm sure we all saw this coming after all the other charges that they are now throwing in. Players can use it via a free trial though that will expire March 31st, 2026, after which they'll need to have Nintendo Switch Online membership to use it. And if you don't have this membership, the C button will most likely just be useless to you. One of the biggest features about the new Joy-Cons is that they can now be used upside down and are integrated with mouse gameplay mechanics, which is crazy and interesting at the same time. These brand new mouse controls are included in both controllers and when on their side against a flat surface, and they can pretty much just be dragged like a gaming mouse. When asking a game producer, he stated that the mouse controls can be used to move your character around with the control stick, while the right joystick can be used as a mouse to aim and shoot, like in games like Metro Prime 4 Beyond. Some good news though is that the Nintendo Switch 2 will be backwards compatible, including physical game cards, digital downloads, and the official Nintendo Switch Online game libraries. However, the official Nintendo website states that due to the difference in hardware between the two consoles, some Nintendo Switch games may not be supported or fully compatible with the Switch 2, but they are continuing to try and improve this feature by working with publishing and developing partners. Also, some original Nintendo Switch games will still require the use of the old Joy-Con controllers, so make sure you keep that in mind. On another positive note, a number of original Switch games will receive free upgrades to enhance the gameplay experience on the Switch 2. There will be some new games as well, which we all are kind of excited for. We have Donkey Kong himself in Donkey Kong Bonanza set to release July 17th, and Kirby is returning in Kirby Air Riders. I'm going to list off a few games that you'll be able to play on the Switch 2 on day one. Mario Kart World, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom, the Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, which is a lot like Astro's Playroom, except this is paid, of course, Split Fiction, Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition, Street Fighter, Survival Kids, Fortnite, Sonic X Generations, Hitman World of Assassination Signature Edition, and many, many more. The Nintendo Switch 2 will also be coming with a lot of accessories. Some of the main ones are the Nintendo Switch 2 camera, which is coming in at about $54.99, and that can be used for a bunch of different things. One example would be the game chat feature that I mentioned earlier. You could actually project your face onto that. They have the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller, which is $84.99, and then they have a GameCube controller, which is $58.99. They have JoyCon 2 charging grips, which is $34.99. Carrying cases, they have the micro SD card, which is $60. They also have a JoyCon 2 wheel, which is a set of 2, and they give you that for $24.99. And a bunch of carrying cases, docks, screen protectors, and more. While the Nintendo Switch 2 might have disappointed a good amount of people with releasing their price, I do still think that it's still going to be a huge improvement from the last console, and it is staying true to that hybrid formula that everybody loves so much. I'm really curious to see how this goes within the next few months, how big Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be, how many people buy it, and so on and so on. Are you guys excited for the Nintendo Switch 2? Will you be buying it? What's your favorite feature about it? What do you hate about it? Don't forget to let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Pause for now, play forever. AK out.